Hi there. How are you? Hey, big fella. What do you think?
I think I need another beer. Oh man, it was a lot of work. Lots and lots and lots of work. Well, good morning, everyone. Today, I believe, is day 4, correct, Joe? And Joe's about to start up this skid steer so we can get the pumps going again this morning and continue rinsing. So it's still early morning, and we got that whole side of the pond done. Mike wanted to skip over the waterfall area so we could really concentrate on that whole thing together. So we're over here, and we're just working on this side here. And hopefully today we can finish this all the way along. It's a lot of work, it's a lot of ambition, but if we can get this done, we should be in really, really good shape for finishing this project. And this is not part of our project, but I wanted to give a shout out to Tyler in that machine over there. He helped us yesterday spread all the gravel on the bottom of the pond. And he's working on right now what's gonna be a duck pond. So he's been digging this whole area out, pulling out all this live material, and then they're spreading it in the distance over there. Tremendous operator running this big machine and was a great, great help for us. So I just wanted to say thank you, Tyler. I'm sure Mike and Joe and Devin say the same. So that rototill bucket is super cool. You just saw it spinning 360 with the skid steer track loader, loading pea gravel in the bucket very easily. And now Devin, Twin Mountain Contracting, is gonna spin that bucket around and feed Mike and Joe some pea gravel behind the stones. It's so versatile, it goes many different angles. Check that out. So it's day 5, and we've been doing tons of work here. Right now I'm starting the day off by just moving the hand tools from the enclosed trailer up to the job site, and Mike and Joe are prepping and getting ready to set rock this morning. We got to work on the waterfall area hopefully today, and then tomorrow, which would be Saturday, we're going to be back here working again, and that will be the day that hopefully we can get the waterfall complete and then move on to the overflow / negative edge of the pond on Sunday. When you're traveling like this, there's really no days off. You kind of just work and work. I just want to get the project complete so we can go back home and be with our families. So this is a beautiful boulder going in, and to strap this, we actually had to use 2 eye-loop straps. Unfortunately, up here in Canada, we were short on the length of straps that we needed. But what I tell my guys every day is never say never, and you must overcome. So using different strap techniques, we were able to get this boulder up in the air. Because of Joe, we started using the D-ring here up in Canada. He wanted to try it a little while ago, and it's actually really helping us. That's Joe right there, Arizona Aquascape. We got Mike Gannon from Full Service Aquatics, and then we got Devin up there from Twin Mountain Contracting. Another beautiful day here in Newfoundland, Canada. Some amazing sunsets with Mike Gannon and Joe Brenner.
Beautiful. Newfoundland.
Living, loving life together.
The Newfoundland sunset.
Starting off day 6 here. Pond is pretty much complete. It's looking really, really awesome. And we're starting to work on the waterfall over there.
So right here, we're looking at where the waterfall is gonna be coming down. Do have a well right up at the top there where that mini excavator is. And we're pumping it, just a turnkey to turn it on, but we have water flowing through this PVC pipe and coming out right there. Now at the start of it, we are gonna kind of have it pool up and kind of block off that PVC pipe so you can't see it. Add an accent rock there and have a drop coming off there into a pool, so it's kind of diagonal that way into that pool, coming down, another pool here, wrapping around here, a couple drops here, streaming down, coming all the way down and dropping off this rock right here. And then over on this side is where we're gonna have the dam, where we're just going to cut off some of that edge there so water can flow slowly off and then down the stream.
With this, we have a 30-foot run. We have approximately 30 inches to work with in the waterfall area. The drop going into the pond is going to be a foot. Level out this pipe area. So the discharge from the spring is coming out at the highest height that we can get it. We're going to hide it with a big, huge boulder. We're going to force the water over this way. because our waterfall drop is over there. So we need to bring the water over. We'll create a shelf area where water's coming out in between a couple nice boulders into what we'll do as a pooling area will be our next drop. So that's going to be approximately 10 inches. That's dropping into, we'll do a nice sized pooling area. Make it kind of deep, almost like a mini pond way. And then that, we're going to bring it out probably over to about here. I would say definitely over to about here. And the water's going to have to come, because we have to keep moving water over. The water's going to come out on this side. We'll do something cool down here. I don't have this exact plan, but it'll come down here. This will be another drop into the final bit where it's going into the pond.
It's gonna pour right through these two frame boulders. Joe's up there leveling off the backside. We're ready to get the first piece of liner in. Mike ran to get a Sawzall. He's got to cut a root or two, but the first boulder's hung ready to go, and that's gonna sit right in this area down below, and then Mike's gonna cap it with a stone to give a nice sheeting effect into the pond. As the waterfall goes up the hill, it's gonna twist and turn, giving different views from over here and over there, right behind me as well. This is gonna come out wonderful. So it's day 7 here, and it's Sunday, and we're still going out up in Newfoundland. We have one more day left to finish this project, and then we head back to the States. Joe and I are working on the edging while Mike's up there finishing off the waterfall. Hopefully by the end of today, we can get to the overflow area where the water will flow back out to nature, so we have plenty of time tomorrow to complete the project. Mike and Joe are going over the numbers one more time with the laser transit here, making sure our water level is correct. And then over that area right over there, we have the piece of liner that's going to be going out into nature. I have that big John Deere excavator. I'm going to start digging a channel for where the water can leave the pond. We got to finish some rock inside the pond and then add some stepping stones. And there'll be a small waterfall that'll go down and run out into daylight. So the overflow is roughly dug out. We just got a little bit of grading to do. The water level is set about 8 inches down on the perimeter of the pond. Here we dug this a little deeper because we're going to put the cobble and gravel in there, which will make the water rise up a little bit. If we need to, we can always put a baffle in there to adjust the height to get the perfect water level in the pond. After we're done cleaning this area out, we'll flip this liner back over, and then we can start setting boulders because the pond is filling as we speak. And as the pond fills, we need to get this overflow done so we can control the outflow of the water.
Hi there. How are you? Hey, Big Bella.
It's day 8 here up in Newfoundland, and it's been a long journey, but we're finally finishing up on the waterfall. And last night we had the pond filling. We still have an overflow area to do, and there's only about 8 or 9 hours left before we head home. When you're on the road, you never know how many hours you're gonna be working in a day, where you'll be eating, but it's all for the team. We put out much effort as possible to get this thing done, and it's sure looking awesome. Joe's finishing up on the waterfall area. We got all the edges covered. I'm still working on a little section right here. We had to use a lot of small rock because of the lack of flow and wanted a lot of movement. We had to finish that up there, then this edge work, and we're pretty much done on the waterfall. And it's time to move down over there to the overflow. So this is quite the challenge. We have a 90-foot overflow stream with a couple of waterfall drops, and we're trying to accomplish it in one day. We started today around 10:30, 11 o'clock in the morning. It's around 1:30 in the afternoon. We got over a little bit over a quarter of it done, but most of the waterfall is done, and we're ready to continue on. So this is the waterfall area down here. It's gonna drop right in between these boulders and then make it look like it's been washing out this beach area and change direction. We'll be setting a boulder up right here, has a little concave on the bottom to make it look like water's been washing out, and then a large boulder over there to change direction again.
All right, so we just fired up the waterfall here. I'd say we're about 75% done with it. Getting very creative with this. It's looking awesome. So we got a pool area going in here, slowly filling up. Here's our spillway rock coming off into the pond. What do you think?
I think I need another beer. Oh man, it was a lot of work. Lots and lots and lots of work.
We made it to the finish line. Just wrapped up a few touches on this gorgeous 65 by 40 foot pond.
Hard 9 days here in Newfoundland, Canada. It's the travel day back home and we are super excited. Joe's already on the plane and I'm here with Mike just finishing a couple things up for a couple hours this morning. The waterfalls in the overflow stream, the waterfalls up above look awesome and the pond has started to clear up. The overflow to this pond is that large culvert pipe and that's going to eventually flow into that dark soil area, which is going to be a duck pond, and then out into the river. I'm going to take you and walk up the meandering stream. We still have some edge work to do to complete this, but it twists and turns as it comes down. We're working on the overflow and it's almost complete. Jim from Twin Mountain Contracting is digging out what they call live dirt here. It's very soft and mucky and it's because of the river right nearby. So he's removing this along the edges of the stream and we're gonna be refilling those areas with a bank run material. It's mainly like a sandy loam mixed with round rock from 3 to 6 inch all the way up to, I would say, about 10 to 12. We'll pack that in there so those liner edges stay up for many years to come. The overflow stream is almost 90 feet long and meanders right down through this area with a couple little waterfalls throughout. So we're still going at it at the final minutes. I have 2 excavators working with me. We're doing all the edge work on the overflow stream. I would say in about 10 hours, we did about 90 feet of stream, which is pretty impressive. That's about 10 feet per hour, and it was only 2 guys and 2 machines. So it's been a lot of work, but it helped finish off the project, and it was well worth it. If you'd like to learn about ponds and waterfalls, and you'd like to see what you saw in this episode, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, press the like button, and ring the bell. It means a lot to me and my team. Tune in next week as we build another awesome water feature. Thanks for watching. So we're on the home stretch back to the States. Me and Mike are running to the Toronto airport. We're pretty much out of breath. We have about 35 minutes to catch our flight. Plus we have to go through customs and security. What fun it is traveling. It's amazing we made it to the plane. They had to hold the plane because they were cleaning the cockpit. So the plane was delayed 20 minutes. They gave us enough time. They're about to close the cabin door and we're about to take off. What a journey this has been. What a journey this has been.